Here we go.
Good morning, everyone. Your friendly neighborhood conservative ex-con. Yes, me, this guy with the common sense and random shit show. Because it is what it is. You already know. Yeah, I'm a little earlier. This time I have my computer plugged in so it doesn't die on me. Because it is what it is. I don't even know why I do that. Yeah, anyway, how's everyone doing? Not that you can answer me. I keep looking to the side because since I have my computer as I'm controlling certain things with my computer to make it easier. As long as it works, I'm happy. C'est la vie. La vie. Just to let you know, if this is your first time on here, my name's Fernando. I'm a retired professional MMA fighter who got my ass whooped for a living and got paid for it. It was fun. Got my nose broken 5 times. If you look really good, you could tell. Ex-gang member, ex-convict who used to have TDS till I woke up, the real woke. Research, as I say all the time to you. And I'm streaming on 3, like 2 genders. No, nothing like it. But yeah, VC book, Rumble. If you don't have Rumble, shame on you. Download it. Great app to have. One run by conservatives. Nobody's paying me. I'm just saying it's a good app to have. And on ScrewTube, YouTube, which is going away soon as I can pay for the premium membership of X, so I can go on there. Because apparently, even though I have 15 followers only, is the common sense and random shit show. I think that's what I have on X. There's, even if it's a minute or two that somebody's watching, I'm getting more over there than I am on ScrewTube. Whatever, screw you, YouTube. Just saying. Anyway, breaking news. This is not the place. What this guy does is scour the internet, YouTube, and I download pictures, videos. Most of these I don't watch, so that we can react together, laugh. If you're smart, have common sense, and conservative, you'll laugh with me. Trust me, it's hilarious. And I never have a script. I come on here, and as soon as I push live, I just go with the flow. Sometimes I'll cheat and put the videos I have in order, so I don't, because I'm blind. I forgot my glasses at home, so I gotta, so you won't see me doing this because the computer is next to me, so it's bigger, even though the phone is like, that small. But it is what it is. That is not sign language, so if anybody thinks it is, they're probably confused as hell right now. What is he saying? Yeah. Anyway, as I said, this is not the place for breaking news. This is called the Common Sense and Random Shit Show. The last part, random shit show, trust me. Sometimes I go off the hinges and talk about stuff that nobody gives a shit about. How many people watch me right now? 1? Is it 1? Yeah, just 1. Whatever. C'est la vie. La vie. But, I get a few people who watch me. Not a lot of subscribers, not a lot of followers. I've been doing this almost a year, but it's fine. It's whatever. I keep doing this 6 days a week if I can, unless I don't work and I don't do it from home. I want to live. Just saying. All right. First set of videos. Shit, I forgot what they were. Yeah. If you see me keep looking aside, it's because I rather control the videos from the computer because it's a bigger screen. Yeah. Anyway, let's check out the first set of videos. And they are another stupid week.
You want to know what rights have been taken away from me? Here in Texas, where I live, I am now considered property of my husband.
He chose funny.
I can't even get medical procedures without his fucking permission. How do I know? I needed a hysterectomy because I was going to fucking die. And my doctor said, if you don't get this, you're going to die. Looked at him and said, is it okay if we do this? She won't be able to have any more children. My husband informed her that I'd already had my tubes tied and my uterus burned because of medical conditions and I could no longer have children and to please save my fucking life. Okay? 2, they're trying to make it where we can't fucking vote in this country if we're a woman.
Really?
That's a right I'm losing.
That's a lie.
The list goes on, but why would you know? You're a straight white male who thinks you deserve everything and everybody belongs to you, and you are the top of the food chain. Better news, buddy. You're not. You're just a misogynistic head. Bigot who thinks that he runs the world. Y'all have been doing a shitty job of running the world for a very long time, and I think it's time women take over.
Hi, my name is Jennifer Tiernan, and on Saturday after leaving the No Kings protest, I was struck and injured by a motor vehicle while leaving the protest. The cops here in Catskill, New York, took several days to get an accident report together, and they would not give me any information. They never interviewed me after the accident. I've been asking for information for days because I've been very traumatized by this event. And now, in order to re-traumatize me, the cops here in Catskill are telling me that it's my fault that I put my human body in the street to be hit by a motor vehicle. The people in the motor vehicle actually got out and started screaming in my face after they had struck me. I spent the rest of the day in the hospital having x-rays and MRIs, CAT scans on my pelvis and on my head. And they never came to check on me. They never came to ask me any questions. They never did anything. And now they're giving me a citation for being in the road. So, honestly, I think that's a bunch of crap. And I'm very, very upset because I want to press criminal charges against this person who hit me. And the cops just handed me a fucking citation saying that it's my fault, that my fragile human body got hit by a motor vehicle after the protest. I have not yet seen the videos. They refuse to show them to me without a FOIL request, which of course I will file. That's all I have to say for now. But protect and serve? I don't think so.
Okay, let me get back. Gotta get back. Here we go. Seriously? Could you imagine if she was in Florida? She'd probably be a little more hurt. I don't know. People in Florida don't play. I'm just saying. Yeah, get in front of my car. I mean, I'll try to be humane about it and be like, get the F out the way, or I'm going to run you over. I'm just saying. There's going to be a speed bump. Get out. Get out. Just trying to warn you. Anyway, as I said, breaking news is not the place. I have not watched these videos. But I do want to talk about, I saw something earlier. Where is it? As you've heard, 6-3 decision in the Supreme Court that the Trump administration can ship these piece of shit dirtbags, illegal aliens, not undocumented citizens, illegal aliens. It is what it is. Whatever. If you don't like it, if you don't like it, I'm just saying. Whatever. Anyway, did you see 6-3? Yeah, of course you're going to have 3 far left judges. And of course you'll have a judge in Boston, of all places. Not surprised. Hold on a second. Because I didn't notice yesterday my logo was in my face. Bam! Ooh, I didn't know I could do that. Say la vie, la vie. Anyway, my boy, Stephen Miller. Why am I thinking Jason Miller? That's the other guy. It's not the guy that does Rumble. I think so. I don't know. Anyway, as I was saying, breaking news? No, but if you haven't seen this and you don't know Stephen Miller, says it how it is, check it out. All right, how do I make it work? Oh, what an idiot. Check it out.
Yes, this is an incredible Supreme Court win. It allows President Trump, as the law has long said, but the courts have blocked, it allows President Trump to send illegal aliens convicted of rape, murder, homicide, assault, battery, crimes against children to any country around the world that is willing to accept them. So whether that be South Sudan, or whether it be Somalia, or whether it be Ethiopia, any country in the world that is willing to accept these monsters, we can get them out of our country and be free of them forever. The only thing I have to share tonight, Sean, in a little bit of breaking news, is that the district court judge in Boston has said he's going to defy the Supreme Court's ruling. So expect fireworks tomorrow when we hold this judge accountable for refusing to obey the Supreme Court. Yes, this is an incredible...
Just saying. See, this is the shit that drives me nuts. Most of this is what we want. Granted, I don't have my rights to vote. Well, trust me, I wish I could. That way my voice would probably be a little more, I don't know what to say, important, I guess. But to have these wannabe dictator judges who keep overstepping the Supreme Court, I mean, really? Anyway, there was another story I saw, because since I'm in Florida, where is it? Where is it? I want you to see this. This is the coolest thing ever. I think this is awesome. If it's real, it might be. Not that. Not that. Oh, there it is. Alligator Alcatraz. Could you imagine that? In Florida, this is what they're going to do? Let's check this out.
Dade Collier Training Facility. This is an old, virtually abandoned airport facility right in the middle of the Everglades. Florida's been leading on immigration enforcement, supporting the Trump administration and ICE's efforts to detain and deport criminal aliens. The governor tasked state leaders to identify places for new temporary detention facilities. I think this is the best one. As I call it, Alligator Alcatraz. This 30 square mile area is completely surrounded by the Everglades. Presents a efficient, low-cost opportunity to build a temporary detention facility because you don't need to invest that much in the perimeter. If people get out, there's not much waiting for them other than alligators and pythons. Nowhere to go, nowhere to hide. Within just 30 to 60 days after we begin construction, it could be up and running and could house as many as 1,000 criminal aliens. This presents a great opportunity for the state of Florida to work with Miami-Dade and Collier counties. Alligator Alcatraz, we're ready to go.
Could you imagine that shit? Hey, you know, the funny thing about it is me being an ex-convict, I'm fine with this. I hope they do it. That'd be the coolest shit. Something out of a movie. This, I'm telling you, this administration, the shit they do is literally everything's out of a movie. Anyway, let's get rid of that. Maybe I'll find something else later. I'm back. Big screen and face. Anyway, I gotta look for the next video. So the next video, it's always one of my favorites. Of course, I'm blind. Okay. Ridiculousity. Because they're the shit. Just saying. Why is there no sound? Okay.
Donald Trump gets dementia, how will we know? Yeah. Donald Trump's mental decline, which is more and more obvious, started from such a low level of mental processing power that it's hard to track his decline. It's from low to lower. And then there are days like today.
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
When Donald Trump asks himself out loud in public if he is allowed to appoint himself chair of the Federal Reserve. Now, it may be tiresome to hear, but we must not grow weary.
Oh, you know the thing.
Of making the point that no other president was ever capable of saying anything as stupid.
I got hairy legs that turn blonde in the sun.
Or as indicative of dementia as that.
She knows so long as she was 9.
And we must not grow weary of reminding ourselves what the White House press corps would have done if Joe Biden ever said anything like that.
It's as sharp as a tack. He's fired.
And how big the headlines would be in the next day's print editions of the New York Times and the Washington Post and every newspaper in the country. Because if we grow weary of making the point of how singularly stupid and possibly clinically demented Donald Trump's statements are,
Let's go, Brandon, I agree.
then we will become part of the normalization process of those statements.
Oh, this is president.
Which most of the American news media has unwittingly participated in, and 14-year-olds in this country will think it's perfectly normal for a president to say those things.
Sooner than I suffered the pressure.
Crooked Joe is a low IQ individual. You know this. Did you ever hear this?
Because he is who he is.
Come on, man.
All right. Yo, let's be real now. Let's be real. I'm all over the place today. I get it. You ain't seen nothing yet. Trust me, I'm all over the place like crazy. Yeah. Because I'm having fun, as I always say. I'm here having fun. This is not easy, but I like the way it looks. Looks better. Obviously, the iPhone camera is 10 times better than the computer, but I like that I'm able to go back and forth, use a little mousey with the phone, because I didn't even know you could do that. But it helps a lot. At the same time, there's certain things that I can't do on the phone that I'm using the computer for. I'm signed in on both accounts and try to make it more entertaining, better production. As I said, I can promise you, I want to make this better. So you already know. Anyway, John talks. 2, not 4. Like 2 genders. You know what I'm saying? Man, woman. Just saying. It is what it is.
Separate. Let's go with what happened in the case.
But honey, oh my God, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, that I don't know what to say to that.
It was at this moment that he knew. He f***ed up.
I apologize.
Okay, go ahead.
The question here is what happened. I'm sorry, I've just been totally thrown by
I
my
can
mistake.
imagine. I can imagine. I'm a little thrown by that also, if I'm being honest.
Your Honor, I don't know what to say. It's just
okay.
Honey, oh my God, I'm sorry.
Later that night.
Like I said, I'm all over the place. I just thought I'd share that. John Talks always has some funny shit. John Talks too. Like 2 genders. Yeah. It is what it is. Viral, I'm not. I'm just having fun. This is why I'm here. I want to be different than anybody else. I don't want to just talk about politics and breaking news and, all this talk about World War III. This is the shit I'm talking about. Even some rhinos or Republicans who are quick to talk shit. And, things aren't perfect, with the ceasefire. Let's see what happens today. I haven't been checking up or updating. I think I saw something earlier that I think Iran, even during the ceasefire talks, sent missiles or whatever it was. But I think they're taking advantage of the little window that they had before the time is up. But let's see. It's like Dan used to always say, give it some time before actually talking about it. Let it ferment. Because you never know. Shit might change by the instant. Because it is what it is. That's how I always say. Just having fun. All right, that was. Let me get back to where I was going. All right, I do have another one, too, actually, from John Talks, too. So let me go find it. This is live, people. Nobody's here with me, by myself, because it is what it is. So I'm doing everything. No script, just having fun. You already know.
Oh, would you look at this?
Yeah, well.
Would you look at that?
Yeah, there's
would you look at that? Just look at that.
Drill it.
Would you just look at it?
Yep. It is what it is. I gotta tell you, man. You may not like it, but Trump is the best thing to happen to this country. Hate me. Family members, if anybody's watching this, I like to say, I told you so. On all of you. I still love you guys. Just saying. Anyway, Sivaady, let's do this, man. Love your shit. Let's play. Push, play. So we can watch the next video.
Yesterday.
Now, common wisdom about this president, about the political movement that he leads, is that he is supposedly isolationist, that he is supposedly anti-war. That has never been exactly right. That's always been kind of a lazy common wisdom. In less than 6 months back in office, he has threatened military action against Panama, against Canada, against Denmark in order to seize Greenland. He has bombed Yemen over and over and over again, and now he appears to have entered the United States military into a war in Iran, something that neoconservatives have thrilled to for, I guess, 2 generations now. We are now in war with Iran.
The next day.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Ingram Angle. I'm Laura Ingram, my angle in moments. But first, tonight, we begin with major breaking news. It's a development that few thought was possible even a few days ago. But with President Trump in charge, we've seen time and time again, the so-called experts are proven wrong. President Trump says Israel and Iran have agreed to a full ceasefire taking effect in just a few hours.
I think I'm going to have to hand this off. Yeah. Sorry. That does it for us tonight?
You lose! Good day, sir! But wait! There's more! Now, we're hearing incredibly optimistic views coming out of the White House as far as how long this can hold and what this is going to look like. That obviously still remains to be seen on the implementation side of this, and waiting to see if the firing does stop and if Iran and Israel do both agree to this. Because, you know, speaking of the fluidity of the situation, it was just 24 hours ago that President Trump himself was suggesting a regime change in Iran.
10 seconds later.
And so the question is whether or not this still holds for the next few hours.
Caitlin, I just been given word that Iran, according to a diplomat who briefed CNN, Iran has agreed to the ceasefire.
Think about that.
So this is significant. I just want to try to learn some more information as soon as we get it about that. But if that is the case, that's incredibly significant, because that is, we were waiting. We had not heard from Iran. We had not heard from Israel. All we were going on so far has been the president's social media post, which was some 2 hours ago.
You Nazi.
Excuse me?
Hey, man. Now, the way I see it, you owe me an apology.
What did you just call me?
You ain't listening, baby. We ain't got nothing to talk about unless it starts with you saying I'm sorry.
Trump's been right about everything. And if you think about it, I really have.
Let's be real. You know what I call that? That's what this guy says when the shit is coming slowly. And they're just saying what they're saying, lying. It just keeps coming. And they can't control it. Hits the fan all over the liberal media. And of course, some Republicans and whoever had doubts. These hats they made, I want one. Trump was right about everything. And walk everywhere. Go to Wally World. People with masks and shit. Point my hat and say, you're still wearing a mask. Why they sneer. Wouldn't be able to tell because they have masks. Whatever. It is what it is. I love this shit. All over these assholes. I can't help it. It's hilarious. I just hope, this goes through. Of course, it's scary, but, naysayers could go pound dirt, sand. I'm horrible with these things. But anyway, we're going to change the subject. Because this guy, and the name of the show, Common Sense of Random Shit Show. And was that it for that one? Yes, it was. Got to double check. All right. Does thunder and lightning scare you? Who do you think will win in a fight, Thor or Superman? And, I saw the new trailer. Random shit. I'm going to go back to some of the original content, but I'm kind of all over the place because this is the Random Shit Show. As well, not just common sense, because common sense is and everything. Life, martial arts, movies, who knows? But I found these videos. It's actually long. I cut it down to the ones I think were cool as shit. But thunder is scary as shit. I think the closest I've been to thunder was... It was close. I'm not sure if it was like in my backyard one time or whatever. But it's a scary-ass sound. I mean, if you feel like the end of the earth, you're going to die. That's what it feels like. Plain and simple. You hear thunder right next to you, it's like, heart stops, dead, done. It is what it is. I mean, I've used to gunshots. Not the same thing, trust me. But especially out in the open, when you're at a range, not that I know. Guns sound louder. Again, not that I know. Gun range, because I can't go. Just saying. But, yeah, I've been around gunfire in Connecticut. Gangs, ex-gang member. But this is some scary shit. Lightning, especially how powerful it is. Check this out. This is pretty scary.
when Mum says stop playing around, and the universe backs her up immediately. This lightning bolt struck super close to a hotel balcony in France, and lighting up the sky with a crazy flash.
Real rootin' tootin' little rainfall here.
A woman films the sky, testing her new camera, and suddenly catches a big fireball from her backyard. It's casual Florida things.
Oh shit!
But tornado warnings.
You ever feel like the universe is trying to tell you something? Watch this guy casually walk as a bolt of lightning slams down just feet away.
Boom! Holy moly.
You just wanted some storm footage, but Mother Nature has other plans.
Holy.
This cameraman was just casually filming while driving in a storm, and lightning literally struck a pillar right next to him, caught the whole thing by pure chance.
All right. That's some scary shit. Being that this is a random shit show, you already know. Anyway, Thor, just whatever. Getting busy. Anyway, I saw the new trailer for Superman. You know, I've talked about it. I may want to see it now. The new trailer kind of looks interesting, even though I am still a big Henry Cavill fan. Henry Cavill is Superman. Just saying. And there's some stuff going around about the slight wokeness, maybe. Anti-American Superman. I don't know. American truth, was it the truth in the American way? Whatever. But there's also a sentence in this trailer that I don't agree with. I watched it and I think it's cool, but check it out. See if you can figure out what line in this trailer I'm talking about. If you know anything about superheroes, just saying, but check this out. Cool trailer though.
I was sent here to help the world be a better place.
Right there. Right there. That sentence. He was not sent here for that. If you watched Man of Steel, or you know anything about Superman, he was sent here because his planet was about to blow up. So it was for him to survive. They picked Earth because they know he'd be stronger here and he'd be able to defend himself and survive. Just saying, not to make this world.
I do what I do.
He's an intruder, wrapped in a red cape. A god pretending to be one of us.
Superman!
You've gotten a lot of heat on social media lately.
I don't read that stuff. Superman doesn't have time for selfies. He crossed a line to save lives. People were going to die!
Holy shit.
I'm not who I thought I was. I love you, though.
I'll destroy you. Who raised you as a child? I'll kill them too.
Buckle up.
You don't need the world's permission to be who you are.
Hey! Quit messing around!
I'm not messing around. I'm doing important stuff.
That's my greatest strength.
They chose him. Let them die.
Good luck with that.
No matter what you do to me, Luther, your plans won't work.
Ow! Ow! Stop it!
I'll say again. I don't know. I don't know. Now that I watch it for the second time, there's some corniness to it. James Gunn, what are you doing, man? I mean, Guardians of the Galaxy was good. The last one, though, my wife could not watch. The animal cruelty, and I didn't like it either. That was a little too far, even though they were CGI, fake animations or whatever, but it was still pretty strong, you know what I'm saying? And my wife's like, I can't watch this. She couldn't watch the movie. But anyway, yeah. And as of, I want to share, I believe, what is that, a few minutes ago, the latest update, just in case you're curious, because as I said, this is a Common Sense and Random Shit Show. I don't want to just talk about news and politics, but what's going on here? What's going on with the world? And I'm sure some people are curious. I believe this is the last that's been going on from Fox News. Let's see, people are scared.
Brian, it should be noted that through Iranian state TV, the Iranian political echelon is denying that they had anything to do with this violation of the ceasefire. But just when the ceasefire was about 4 hours old, the IDF now says it was 2 missiles that flew into the north of Israel, both of them intercepted, resulting in no injury, but resulting in a fierce response from the top of the military echelons here in Israel. Defense Minister Yisrael Katz saying, I have instructed the IDF to respond forcefully to Iran's violation of the ceasefire with high-intensity strikes against regime targets. Now, just hours before that, as the ceasefire was ready to take hold, about 5 waves of missiles came at Israel. One of the missiles got through the Israeli defenses and hit here in the town of Beersheba. That is the destruction that you see behind me. In recent minutes, we have seen the volunteers from Zaka combing through the rubble, trying to gather the remains of people who may be inside of the rubble. The Zaka volunteers are the people with the grim task of putting people back together for a proper Jewish burial. We do know that 4 people were inside of a bomb room. Those bomb rooms do a good job of protecting people in the blast radius, but in this case, it took a direct hit. Here's a spokesman from Home Front Command.
What we understand currently, that the family was inside the shelter, and unfortunately, when we have a direct hit, a direct strike of a missile in the shelter.
Anyway, that's just what the latest news is, just in case you're curious, because now that I know how to work with this thing, I want to try to be a little more updated on what's going on, because obviously, you know, I don't want World War III, and I'm just glad that Trump is doing what he's doing, you know what I'm saying? So let's be real here. Anyway, back to the show. What am I doing? All right. I don't know. Like I said, Superman. Let's see. I think it was it. I think I have one more. Yes, I do. Yet again. One of my favorites. Sivaady. Keep it real.
The gloves are off. The jar has been opened.
The next week is going to be very big, maybe less than a week, maybe less. But is there anybody here that said it would be okay to have a hostile, very, you know, zealots really, but to have a hostile country have a nuclear weapon that could destroy 25 miles, but much more than that, could destroy other nations just by the breeze blowing the dust. You know, that dust blows to other nations and they get decimated. This is just not a threat you can have. And we've been threatened by Iran for many years. You know, if you go back and look at my history, if you go back 15 years, I was saying we cannot let Iran get a nuclear weapon. I've been saying it for a long time. I mean it more now.
First of all, it's called Operation Midnight Hammer. That was a new detail for all of us. It involved a number of B-2 bombers. That was something that we were tracking, but we found out that they dropped 14 of those massive ordnance penetrators. Those are those giant bombs that we've been calling bunker busters and talking about for the last week or so. They, of course, are the ones that are about 30,000 pounds.
30,000 pounds.
But they're only about 5,000 or 6,000 pounds of actual explosive. Most of that weight is made up of this very strong alloy and material on the outside of the bomb that allows it to penetrate deep into the earth before exploding. That allows it to go as far down as about 200 feet.
Oh my God.
Are you okay, mister?
Ah, what the shit was that?
So when you look at what this looked like before June 20th, this is what the fuel enrichment facility looked like from a satellite view. Now take a look at what happened here. Every single thing that you see here has been actually changed a bit. When you look at this, the June 20th slide, take a look at the facilities up here and over here. Now look, this is gone.
Wow.
This right here is also gone. So these are the kinds of things that happen. And
Bye-bye. Bye. Bye-bye.
The damage is not too bad. As long as the foundations are still strong, we can rebuild this place. Now those foundations are gone. Sorry.
See, as you can see, the more you f around, the more you're going to find out.
As this guy always says, well, that's just me. But, you know, everybody, without the poop on their faces, F around and find out. I said the other day, yesterday, I support Trump 120% at what he did. Show the world we are the shit. Just saying. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Like I said, I'm all over the place. As I learn how to use this site, you know, I might have some breaking news here and there. I don't know. Even though I keep saying, breaking news, this is not the place. I'm learning. I'm learning. Thank you for bearing with me. You know what I'm saying? And please like, subscribe, share, follow on all 3 or 4 or 5, whatever it may be. Stay true to the red, white, and blue. It is what it is. You already know. 110%. Red, white, and blue. Yeah. Anyway, peace out, everyone. Latest. I'm losing my shit. Latest.